Hey guys, my name is Victor. Welcome to another Facebook live chat. This time with Indian students.
Pranali.
This is Pranali.
Hi.
We both work for the International Admissions and Services Office. The goal of this video is to prepare you as much as we can for your visa interview. We also have Harry. He's a student from India. He's behind the computer and he will be answering to questions that are not related to this video.
Hi there.
So while we're waiting for people to start watching, we're gonna just briefly introduce ourselves and tell a little bit about what we do here and how was our interview from our end and share our experiences with you. If you have any questions at any time, just feel free to ask them. So my name is Victor. I'm from Brazil. I came to America about 6 years ago, actually on a tennis scholarship. So my visa interview was a little different. The visa officer was asking me why did I choose the university I came, and I gave him the reasons. It was the best choice, the best scholarship award. So it was a little different. Do you wanna go ahead?
Yeah. So I'm Pranali. I'm from India. I'm doing my MBA in healthcare management over here. And my interview was like similar to other interviews. They asked me, why did you choose this major? Why are you doing MBA? Why did you choose UF over other schools? So basically what they were trying to look at is the purpose of your travel. And basically, it's important how authentic and genuine you come across to the counselor. So that's what they were looking for.
Definitely, yeah. So as we're waiting for people to check or live chat, I just wanted to tell you guys that if you're watching this video, this is the first step on the journey to preparing yourself to, you know, your arrival to America. This is very important. Trying to know as much information as possible and get yourself ready for the visa interview. As Pranali said, you have to be genuine. You have to be honest. As much information as possible and get yourself ready for. Just make sure you prepare yourself as much as you can. Know more information about school. Talk to friends that might be here in America. Ask them to share their experience with you. So I feel like when I'm really prepared, I don't get nervous. I'm able to talk about anything I want, and that will make the visa officer comfortable about it. Hey guys, so should we start?
Yeah.
So we know that many questions arise when you're accepted into a university, and the time gets closer for you to come to America. However, a major factor, even before you consider coming to America, is that you need to get your visa. So this presentation will go over major points in order to prepare you as much as we can to get you ready to come. So we're gonna talk about preparing for the visa interview, the day of the interview, and then after the visa interview, and in case of denial, we'll go over everything. So if you have any questions, just please make sure to ask.
Yeah. So while preparing for the interview, the main things that we are looking at is your school. So you should be able to give very precise answers as in why you're choosing this school. And also important is if you have applied to more than one school, then they'll ask you how many schools did you apply to. So you should be able to come up with answers, and maybe if they ask you why didn't you go for this school but that school, so you have to give them comparison and let them know that how the school is related to your course, like what you think, is it their history, their alumni network, or the coursework, whatever you think is important to you. So you should be able to give that answer really well. Then the next part is about your major, like are you going for your grad, like MBA studies or any other MS studies. So you should be able to tell them. And the most important fact is you should be able to tell them how your undergrad work is related to your current coursework. So you should be able to give them the link between these two. And the basic thing is you should come across as the whole package or give them the big picture. So you just have like 5 minutes, sometimes just 2-3 minutes, that because they are going to be really busy. So you have to come with keywords that help them to know about yourself and explain who you are in those 2-3 minutes. Especially like in Mumbai, it's very, very busy during the fall time. So like you will have to wait a lot, and then when you go there, you can't be really nervous and start thinking over there. You have to be prepared in advance and come up with those questions. Yeah.
Definitely. The same way as you said that Mumbai is very busy. I'm from São Paulo, so it was the same thing in São Paulo. You have to realize that the visa officer will have 1,000 people in the same day. Yeah. So he doesn't want to hear, the information that you hear from Wikipedia and like just general information. He wants to know the real reason why you're going to America, and he needs to be comfortable with that.
Right. So
yeah.
Like they know the general answers. So they are not really looking for, this school is because it's a good school, or very general answers that this will help me. You have to be very precise, and it has to be personal. Like it's about you. It's your interview. So your answers, they need to be a reflection or extension of you. Definitely. So yeah, you really have to work on what you think and how you will convey your thoughts to them.
Definitely. And then should we talk about the day of the interview now, or we have?
Yeah, we have ILP.
ILP. Okay. Yeah. So the majority of students they come under a ILP I-20, right? Mm-hmm. And you have to be able to explain to the visa officer why you are coming to learn English prior to your studies. So for example, he'll ask you, I know you're going to do your MBA,
yeah.
But your I-20 says otherwise. I can see here in your I-20 that you're going to learn English. So you need to be able to explain the bigger picture, right, by saying that you're going to better your English skills and then excel at what you're doing, and then consequently getting admitted into the master's program or undergraduate, whatever you're doing.
Right.
For those who just tune in now, if you missed the beginning of this conversation, this video will be saved after we're done. So in case you missed anything, you can always go back and check it out again. As we said in previous videos, you can always send an email to us. We're more than happy to reply to any questions you might have about the University of Findlay and how it's the student life here. Anything you like, we're here for you. We're here to help.
Yes.
We're here to assist, and we're looking forward to the new class that's coming now in the fall. So hopefully you'll be among them, and we're gonna actually get to meet in person. day
Yeah.
of the interview now?
Yeah, so like about the interview going further apart from the major and the course, important question they'll ask is about your sponsors, like who's going to sponsor your education. So if you sometimes students have few scholarships from Government of India, that's quite rare, but there are students like that. Or if you have any other scholarships, you can go and tell them about it. But what they're really looking at is if you have your personal funds or your family is going to provide some funds. So you need to make them sure that you will have enough funds for the duration of your study. And it is also important that you know in advance like how many semesters you're going to do. So if you're planning to complete your MBA in 2 years or 1 year, so the expenses will vary according to that. So you should give them that kind of budget. Then after sponsors, it's also important that you have in your mind your plan after graduation. And that is considered as the most important question or an important thing. So they'll ask you, why do you want to go to US, or what's your plan after graduation? So it's basically you need to convince them that how this degree or how this education that you're taking is going to help you as an individual, and when you go back to your country, how will this degree or your knowledge will add value to your country. Like that's a very important thing.
This is really important. Throughout this presentation, we're gonna stand out major points that you need to be very good at, and showing your ties back home is really important. You know, as much as I know that it is a dream to live in America, and you might wanna say that to the visa officer that, oh, I wanna live in America, but you have to be careful because all your documents it states that you're a student in US. It doesn't say that you'll be granted, I don't know, like a green card or anything like that. So this is a red flag. So be careful. Only ask questions that you were answer to questions you're asked. You know, don't try and tell a lot of information that they don't need to know. So we are all students here, and the major feedback or outcome that you get from studying in America is being able to go back home and share your experience and share everything you learned in America. So this is a big point you can talk about to your visa officer, and he'll be comfortable with that.
Yeah, right. So apart from the plan after graduation, it's also important that you tell them you will have enough funds to sponsor the rest of your education. Don't tell them that I'm trying to get a job on campus or I'll work somewhere and fund my education. You're not supposed to talk about that. You just have to tell them you have the enough funds and how your education is going to add value to you.
Definitely. Because even your I-20 says that you have the capability of paying for school. So why would you say otherwise to the visa officer? You have always, you have to stick with your plan. To apply for a university, you need to tell the university that you have the funds to pay for it. Right. So just make sure you're very prepared. It is a big day. It's one of the most important days of my life so far, and really just make sure you prepare. Preparation is a big word for this.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else to add for preparing? Okay, so
now
let's go to the big day.
Yeah.
To the very important day. As Pranali mentioned before, very busy, consulate, the embassy. You're gonna have 5 to 10 minutes to tell everything you want to say. So hence, use the best out of this 5 to 10 minutes. If you can speak in English, that's a plus. I mean, they will feel comfortable with you speaking English right away. If you cannot speak English, it's fine. Just make sure you are prepared in the best way you can. Be confident. be precise, be logical, and try and say the truth. You're preparing for this interview for weeks, so you should not have any reason to be nervous, or you need to establish good intentions with your visa officer. And we had gone over this, but you need to tie your relations back to your country. You need to also explain why you chose the university, and if you have applied for many others, you need to explain why Findlay, is the better one. Once again, about the ILP I-20, you need to explain why you're going to study English before your major studies. So make sure you have that in your mind, ready to go, 5 to 10 minutes. Also, this point we need to go back to this because I feel like it's very important about the money situation. We also know we receive many applicants that would like to study in America, but they do not have the financial support that they need. Unfortunately, you need to show that you have the funds, so truly prepare yourself to explain where is this money coming from, whether it's your parents' business or your uncle that it's giving you support. Be able to speak about it in the best way you can.
Yeah.
Also, if you ever want further assistance about anything you may visit the website Education USA. Well, I didn't know this when I came here, and this is a great tool by the US government. They have more than 150 advising centers throughout the world, the globe, and they will advise you and guide you to wherever you want to go in US, and wherever you want to study. They'll be ready to guide you with that. So to wrap up, day of the interview, do not memorize anything from Wikipedia and having this general basic information that anyone can know about the university, because they do not want to hear that. As I said, they're busy. You have 5 to 10 minutes. Do not waste it. Make the best out of it.
Yeah.
They just want to have an intelligent conversation with you, right?
So they just want to know what kind of person you are and what you have done in your life throughout these days, throughout these years. So they just want that quick picture of you. Yeah, that's what they are looking for. And while booking the visa interview is very important because for fall it's going to be very busy. So as soon as you get your I-20, for Mumbai, I know you have to make sure that you take your dates in advance because the slots fill up really, really fast. And on that day, you must be knowing you have to carry your service fee receipt, then your I-20, your DS-160. Those are the main importance that they are going to ask for. Your passport, and of course yourself. Bring yourself to the interview.
That's very important.
The best version of you, right? So all the other documents, if you have done any volunteering work, any experience letters, any all your transcripts, tag all of those documents and keep them in different sections. 99% of the time they are not going to ask for additional or supporting documents, but you should have them. And they'll ask you the DS-160 and passport, and they will just go ahead with the questions. So if they are not asking for any additional documents, don't just give it to them. Don't just throw everything at their face. You have to follow the sequence, and only if they ask for it, then only go ahead and give the documents. Because in some cases, what happens, student gives all the documents and they don't really like it. They think it shows lack of confidence. So they trust your word, they take your word. So you don't really need to give them all the documents. I'm sure you'll agree with
Yes,
me.
I actually have a personal example. I was going, I'm from São Paulo and I needed to come to America under a tourist visa. So I went to Rio, actually, to another state to get my visa because all the appointments were booked in São Paulo. So that made me really nervous. And then, I had all these documents ready to like just throw it to the visa officer and say like, give me the visa, like, because I was rushing, I was not prepared at all. And at the day of the interview, as I said, I had all these documents in my hand and I was just giving it to this woman, and she was like, I don't want to see any of this. I want to be able to have a conversation with you. I want to see what are your motivations for this? What instigates you to be abroad, study abroad,
Right.
anything like that. So make sure you're prepared, because preparation will give the visa officer, will make them feel comfortable about what you're saying. And even for yourself,
Yeah.
will make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you'll be, ready to go.
Yeah, and like even if you prepare a lot, of course you're going to be a bit nervous because like it's a big day, you'll see like a huge line, and like what happens if you'll see interviews happening in front of you. So some people will get rejected, some people will get accepted, and you will start thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? So expect that is going to happen. Like you are going to get anxious, you are going to get nervous. But the key is how you control all your emotions and show your preparation, because they also know that you are going to be a bit nervous. So don't be nervous because you're nervous. Don't let that affect your confidence, and come across as the most authentic and genuine version of you. Yeah.
Definitely. That's very important. And I have also another example I'd like to share with you guys. So I was fortunate enough to be able to study my undergraduate and my master's degree in America. So there is something that you need to pay called the CVIS fee.
Yeah.
And once you pay this fee, you don't need to pay it anymore for any education level that you study. So I was very aware of that because I prepared myself for the interview, and the visa officer didn't even know about it. And he asked me like, where's your CVIS receipt? And I was like, well, I don't need to pay one. I don't need to pay again, because I studied my undergrad, and that gave him like the confidence, because he knew that I was prepared.
Right.
And indeed, he had to check. He was like, I need to speak to my supervisor, and then he went over there and they let me sit out, so that made me a little nervous, but just make sure you have the best of yourself there and as prepared as possible.
Yeah.
And then everything worked out. He came back, he was like, you're right, I'm just not very familiar with the situations because they don't happen very often. Here you go. Good luck, have fun, have a good time, and so
Yeah.
that's it.
So about sponsorship documents, I would like to add something. Like in case any members apart from your parents are sponsoring you, in India you can get those affidavits, like a legal document or bond paper stating that they are going to sponsor you. So if they ask, because they are not your parents, you might need those documents stating that they are going to sponsor you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And once again, we have many students in the University of Findlay that are from India.
Yeah.
We have workers here in the office that are always able to give you more information. I feel like you guys are amazing, very brave for coming to America and trying to know more about it. So once again, you can always call the university and speak to us one-to-one. We're more than happy to do that. You can visit the Education USA Advisor Center in your town. I'm sure they have even more information that we presented here. Today's presentation is only tonight because there is 8 p.m., right? So today was only about preparing for the visa interview. So if you have any other question, feel free to contact us. Our email is international@findlay.edu.
Yeah.
You can also give us a call, visit our website. We're really looking forward to having you guys here with us.
Yeah. Should we talk about like how to book their tickets and
Sure.
get the visa?
Yes. So now the visa interview it's over, and you got your visa. So what to do now?
Yeah. So once you get your visa, it's important that you book your tickets, and the date is mentioned on your I-20, like the program start date. So you cannot be in US before 30 days than that, and you have to attend orientation as well. So make sure that you book your flight tickets accordingly, and bring all the copies of your documents, bring the original set, make sure you have all the documents, because during the orientation week they are going to verify those documents. So you need to have all your documents, your passport, whatever documents you took to the visa interview, bring like all of them. Yeah.
Definitely.
And in case like if your visa gets rejected, so you can apply again. There is no limitation of how many times you can apply again. So like you can do a self-assessment, like why you went wrong. Was it because you were too nervous, or you goofed up related to some question? As he said, you can reach out to us. So we will be able to help you in a very precise way, like how to prepare for this question, or you could tell us that this is what these are the answers that I gave, but I got rejected, so we can help you in a better way. Don't feel sad if you get your visa rejected. That happens with few people, but the good thing is you can apply as many times as you can. So please go ahead and apply once again.
Yes. We have done some research before coming to these Facebook Live events, and we have a lot of students here at the university. They got rejected the first time they came to get their visas, but now they're here, because they didn't give up. They prepared themselves even more for the second interview, and they're here today. So hopefully you'll be joining us soon.
You guys will be here soon with us.
And hopefully helping new students, upcoming students with their visa interview. So do you have anything else to add? No?
That's good. What all it is.
So
can you talk about ILP visa, ILP?
ILP I-20.
Yeah.
Okay, so Harry brought up Okay, we had a little technical problem, but that's okay. So they were talking about having their IOP I-20, and they also went to their master's program to do their master's program here. So once again, make sure you know how to explain it to the visa officer that you're coming to do your English program, better your English skills, and then potentially getting into the master's program. So if he doesn't ask you, you don't need to say anything, just answer to the questions you're asked. Right, Harry?
Yeah.
Is that a good point?
Yeah.
If you want to know more information about it, just reach out to us. Thank you so much for your time. I know this was a long presentation, but once again, we're really looking forward to having you guys here. We do have another Facebook Live for Indian students on July 6th, same time, 8 p.m. in case you missed this, in case you're watching this and we already, we're not live anymore. We are having another session July 6th at 8 p.m. your local time. So make sure you have your questions ready to be asked. And we'll see you guys on July then.
On July.
Yeah.
And hope to see you soon here.
Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.